Welcome to Good Mythical More. What?
Well, this is fitting.
We just did well, before we figure out how we're gonna do
a winter dance.
we're gonna learn about all types of cores. Like, I don't even know how to begin to say.
Core culture.
It's like Stevie's gonna explain it, but she's really sick. Okay.
But first, let's boogie down now like winners.
It's like a headbanging thing. Okay, man, I am wired from what just happened.
A lot of energy in the room.
With the Fab Five.
A lot of energy.
So much energy that like it's just kind of like it's still flowing through my veins. Stevie, are you there?
I am. I'm trying to take some of that energy from earlier, but unfortunately, I'm still 6 core.
Yeah. So
you may have noticed that Stevie's voice was not a presence in the main episode, and now she is connecting with us live via. Are you at the hospital?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
You're
I'm in my house.
You're in a bubble, right?
Are you in a bubble?
They put you in a bubble.
I'm in a bubble of sorts. It consists of just like normal home construction of walls and windows, but it is technically a bubble.
Are you staying hydrated?
We're making it sound like you have COVID, but go ahead and come clean. What do you have? What's your deal?
There's all kind of fluids over here. But yes, I'm staying very hydrated. That's the number one thing.
What's your diagnosis?
A virus of some sort. They don't know. They just don't know what's going to happen to me, but I'm holding in. I'm holding on. You know what?
She's playing along. I like it.
I didn't want to give it to the Fab Five. I was only thinking of them. I was like, they have a lot to do. You know, they're on camera like Monday through Friday.
Honestly, they might need a virus to slow them down a little bit.
That's true.
What I'm saying?
No, they need a little something to take. You're on your road to recovery. Like it's been a tough couple of days for you, is my understanding. But it's an unknown virus that now you're getting over.
Yeah. There were some non-talking days, but this is a talking day. This is my peak talking day. So I figured I'd talk to you.
What was it like? You were watching the episode from home, right?
Oh yeah. What
was that like?
Loud, but fun, and I had a lot of
chaos. It was chaos.
Well, there was a lot of screaming, but I think that in the edit it'll be like nice elevated chatting. But from the feed, it was like very loud screaming. So.
Oh no, that's how it was here too. It wasn't the feed. That was reality.
Okay, can you explain?
I love it. I love that.
Can you explain, not core culture yet, can you explain how you guys knew I would be wearing some shade of green and some shade of this?
Well,
I mean, look at that. Hey, look at that. I mean, look at that. Look at that. It's like doesn't match, but almost does.
Don't answer that. All right, explain core.
So the only cores that come to mind for me are norm core. You remember norm core where like people would dress like dad-ish or like this so in fashion, and then cottage core because of Taylor Swift, because of course. And so like core is like the core of a fashion trend. So it's like taking goth, but like taking it up a notch. And so there's a bunch of different like sub cores that we're going to go through, and then you're going to have to guess if they're real or fake. And then the ones that are real, you're going to take a little peek at a person.
Okay. Now I understand.
Core or noir?
Angel core.
Angel core
is defined as dreamy and hazy. This aesthetic would be matched to the word daydreamer. Think gauzy, oversized scrunchies, celestial images like cherubs, and an overall color scheme of light pinks, lemons, and baby blues.
Yeah, it's kind of like unicorn core. I'm saying yes.
this feels real, but I'm trying to think of the context of if you were like, hey man, got something I need to talk to you about. I'm really into angel core now.
And that is how I would broach the subject, because I know you're sensitive to that.
And you were like, can you come over? And I want to show you my world. And I came over, like, where would would you be dressed as a cherub, or would you have a cherub?
It would be mostly scrunchies.
I do think this is real, and I do want to see the example.
It's real. Here's the pic.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Not into it.
Yeah. So it's a little bit, it's not so much like biblical angel core.
That would just be
which is what I would be into.
That would be a bunch of eyeballs.
And wheels. And lightning coming off and the wrath of God.
I think looking at the list, we're stepping in lightly here. Because this seems like, you know, we'll be able to label.
Let's go all the way down.
How about slender core? Nothing to do with weight. This is all about the scariest characters in horror lore. Slenderman, the Babadook, Krampus, etc. People in this core wear dark eye makeup and large black hats, trench coats, and absolutely no colors whatsoever. Goes beyond the emo scene. It's pure darkness.
Oh, it goes beyond the emo scene.
At what point does core become cosplay? Because when you start naming characters,
they hate it when you do that.
Is that like an offense?
Oh yeah,
that's an offense.
That brings them out of their cottages, you know, with picks and stakes and rakes.
I don't believe this, because I am standing by my distinction between core and cosplay, and I just think that when you started talking about specific people like the Babadook, you moved into cosplay, my friend.
Uh-oh.
Wow, that is an extremely logical line of reasoning, which has proven to be truth because this is fake.
Yes!
I feel like this is like goth extreme, you know, like how would you differentiate between the two, really?
Yeah,
I fell for it.
I have started
feel like an idiot.
Dressing up like the Babadook because he's got the hair that comes out of the top hat.
Oh.
Have you seen it?
Well, you'll just look like the guy from the band Big and Rich.
No, but I'm gonna also I'm gonna go real hardcore. I'm gonna do some face paint because I want to freak you out a little bit. You remember what he looks like? I mean, you know, just the classic.
What is it? What does he say when he needs to go number 2?
I could be a great Babadook. Time to Babadookie.
That's right. All right, let's hear the next one.
Frog core. As an aesthetic purely based around frogs and toads. You don't need to be an expert on frogs and toads to be a part of this aesthetic.
Good.
But you should have them. Visuals include a lot of greens, frogs in crowns or cowboy hats, toads, lily pads, rain, ponds, and frog statues.
I like frogs. Remember that? I like frogs.
Yeah, what was that from?
Who's it? Way back in the day, we wrote a song called the Fear of Frogs song, but it was part of like a video when we were doing the Rhett and Link video podcast. Like this is like one of our early videos. There was this woman, we were asking, there was this, I think it was the daughter or granddaughter of this woman who collected frogs, and she sent us a video.
I like frogs.
And she said, I like frogs.
It was almost like I like turtles.
Yeah, but it was before that.
But before that, and not nearly as popular.
Yep, which is how we do everything around here.
Yeah, we're too early and not
as
popular enough. I think it's real because I've seen people in frog. Now listen,
I think it's real.
Talking about the gray area between categories, at what point does frog core become furry? It doesn't, because frogs
There's no fur.
Are
it
not
never
furry.
becomes fur.
And if they were furry, then this would cross over. But the fact that frogs have skin with no hair on it, in fact, they breathe through their skin. Did you know that?
Amazing. I'm gonna sneeze as a result of that.
Catch it with your paddle. Oh, missed opportunity. 2. 3
On a scale of 1 to 10, how pleasurable do you find sneezies?
Sneezies?
Yeah. Did you catch it?
No, it's gone.
Oh, you coughed. I thought it was it's not like a yawn, Maggie.
It's not as good as a Babadookie.
No. Well, I'm just entirely, all the energy is drained from my body from the Fab Five.
Yeah,
it's just
boy.
like, I need a nap big time. Like, do they maintain that level of energy?
I actually don't think that they are always together in that way, you know? And
Stevie just left the chat.
Yeah, and I think that there's just so much energy that they get so excited to see each other in that way. They all live in different places.
Yeah, it was very cool to have them. I think they're still here eating lunch, by the way.
Oh yeah.
We could be hanging out with them, but we're hanging out with you. That's our priority. Huh?
Frog core.
Frog core's real.
It's real. Yeah, and we have pictures.
Oh.
That's wild, yo.
Hold on. So, oh my
Look
goodness.
at those green Doc Martens.
So you get to dress like someone who's not a frog, but really likes frogs.
Yes. See, this is why it doesn't get close to cosplay. Why? And look, why is there a piece of toast with 3 slices of banana on there? Is that like a lily pad sandwich?
Frogs love it. Frogs love it. Frogs love toast. Everybody knows that. Go back and watch our Fear of Frogs. I like green.
If it still exists.
I like wearing green. What if I started doing a little frog core?
What about the bit in the lower left-hand corner, the big
Bible? That's the Frog Bible.
It's like a portfolio. What is that?
Well, all frogs, well, at least not toads, but frogs specifically love to journal. It's well known. Have you ever seen a frog journal?
It's well known. That's insulting to me because I didn't know it.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Frogs, they do that thing where, like, if they haven't written in their journal before they go to bed, they're like, I gotta do it, and I gotta make it a habit.
Very disciplined.
I gotta make it a habit, and I can never stop this streak because frogs don't live that long. You know, they might live a year. You know?
Yeah, they don't.
And
live
so that's 365 days.
Because their skin is so permeable. That's really the reason.
Actually, I have no idea how long frogs live.
Are there a lot more frogs than there are toads? Because wouldn't toad core be a cooler name for this look than frog core?
I think they're a little warty.
They're warty and brown and just a little more bland. How long do frogs live?
You're toad haters.
10 years. That's so much journaling.
Yes, we are toad haters. Another thing that everybody knows about frogs is that the reason why, and you'll see it right there on the left side, you've got that frog with his mouth open and you put the kitchen sponge in it. The reason why that exists is because they love sponges. You can feed frogs sponges all you want. Just go down to the swamp. They love it.
That sounds like a horrible idea that would kill the frog.
All right.
We do not endorse
Barbie core. Sorry, there's a delay.
Barbie core. Well, clearly. Okay, again, we're into cosplay, but
Tan French tucked my shirt.
Well, but then you straight tucked it.
No, I didn't. It's not tucked in the back.
Oh.
Tan, I got French tucked by Tan, y'all.
Wow.
I mean, that's like a.
Do you want to talk about it?
That's up there for me. He just came over and he just like started shoving his hand down the front of my pants. It just like he does on the show to like middle-aged, clueless men who don't know how to dress themselves.
Yep. It was a fashion moment.
I was like, I felt honored, yet I felt inadequate. I thought I was better than that. I thought he would have been like, I love what you've done with your shirt, but instead he was like, let me fix you.
Oh.
What was it like previously?
Untucked.
It was just out. And I told him, I was like, you know, I did think about this a lot. And I made the wrong choice. And
I think about this a lot.
Thank you.
Barbie core.
Barbie core, it's
just real.
Well, I mean,
it's got to be real.
Early mainstream aesthetic rooted in the lifestyle and wardrobe of a Barbie doll from the 90s to early 2000s. Pink blonde plastic, form-fitting, glamorous, fake, and unsettlingly perfect.
Oh, you know what? I could be completely wrong, but I'm going to follow an instinct here. And that is the instinct that if you want to look like Barbie or Ken or any of the other ones, that doesn't strike me as someone who would adopt like a core.
You're
kind of
thinking
thing.
too literal. Just think of like that specific hot pink and plastic.
Yeah, but I don't think that's something to be embraced by a core culture. Core culture
is kind of counter.
Is a type of person.
It's too mainstream. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Yep. It's too. Yes. All right.
It cancels itself out.
You're Suede Link?
I'm Suede.
It's real.
Dang it, Rat.
I got ya.
Okay.
Oh.
And then we've got.
Oh, okay, and you've got them.
Yeah.
Well, hold on. She's a friend of the show.
Yeah, but then she was.
Megan.
Yeah.
Is she?
You know, and she was great. She was a great guest, and I really enjoyed my time with her. And
Jellicle Core. Oh, sorry. You want to stay on?
No, we don't.
You want to keep going? Okay.
We don't.
Jellicle Core. I think that's right.
Spell it.
Yeah.
Gel hole?
No. Jellicle. Like Jellicle cat. Like from Cats.
Like evangelical? We used to be those.
No, Jellicle. Yeah, that's right.
I know we give off that youth pastor energy, but we're not evangelical.
Not quite furries.
It's the fakest laugh I've ever heard Stevie use. And she's accounting for, she's like giving us the benefit of the doubt because of the delay. Or is that your sickness?
No, seriously, my throat, let me tell you, like 2 days ago, I've never in my life had a throat ache, a sore throat this bad. And like, world's better, but certain things aren't working right, you know? And I'll leave
try? Like, I know how bad a sore throat can get because I've read about it.
I tried 3 different brands of lozenges, and I'll say the ones that worked the best had menthol in them, but then you can't have one. You're supposed to only have one every 2 hours, and that seemed ridiculous to me, but there's a reason you're not supposed to have more than one every 2 hours, and I think I found out that reason as well.
Is it a GI reason?
Oh, yeah.
Well, I don't know. Everything kind of happened at once, to be honest.
Yeah, it all blends together, but too much menthol.
It sounds like you should be making a cough drop taste test at home. We need content.
Okay.
Stevie, cough drop taste test.
Yeah, I do have strong opinions there now. Jellicle Core. Not quite furries. This aesthetic is based off of the Broadway musical Cats. Adapters tend to wear leotards with cat fur patterns as well as whisker-based makeup and fur accents. Cat eye contact lenses are very common.
Not real.
Real.
It's not real.
Yeah, the furry is too encroaching on furries.
Keep going. I love this.
Softcore.
Softcore?
What?
I wouldn't know anything about that.
Softcore. What?
It's
not real, is it?
Where everything is soft, warm, comfy, and safe. You're going to see the trendy, like that copy. You're going to see the trendy, full-on fuzzy matching sets going out looking like you're wearing your pajamas. Anything that's soft to the touch and makes you essentially look like a teddy bear in human form.
Holla!
But why?
This is me. I am really into softcore.
Link's so softcore.
I have a weakness for it. Every night when I get home, I'm like getting straight into my softcore.
This feels real.
Say hi to the family. I'm going straight to the bedroom.
What's Dad doing? He's into his softcore.
I'll be back down for dinner, though.
It's real. Let's see some pics.
Yes.
Oh, he's got those shoes we were talking about.
Caribbean Poppy. Is there another photo? That's the correct pronunciation. All right.
I'm going to go with no. That's my best guess.
Give us one more so we can go out with a bang.
Do you want to go with Apple Core or Stank Core?
Stank.
Apple Core is a good joke.
Whichever one is real, so we can see an image.
Yeah.
Well, that's not playing the game.
Yeah. We'll pretend though.
We'll pretend.
Okay. apple core, not just for apple lovers. This aesthetic is when everything you wear has some sort of brightly colored fruit incorporated into it.
That's,
the main takeaway from this core is bright and sunny colors.
I really appreciate the fact that you guys came up with this joke. It's cute.
Yeah.
Apple core.
I've
get
seen
it.
stuff with fruit, but like it's just
you can't fool us. This is such a writerly thing to come up with.
Wishful thinking on your part,
Such
guys.
a writerly thing to come up with.
You know, what if we say apple core and we don't limit it to apples? Maybe it'll catch on.
It'll be fruity.
Wow, guys, you played the game well, but you are wrong. It is real.
Oh, look at Snow White.
So she does have actual apples, but it doesn't have to be.
I don't know what I would do if somebody I cared about got into this.
I don't. The thing I don't like about this is the composition of the photo where the one tree is right behind her head. Like that.
It's like she's got a tree tail.
That was a mistake.
An erect tree tail.
That was wrong.
Right.
That was a bad idea.
Yeah, other than that, everything's great.
Get better, Stevie.
Thanks.
Check out the latest additions to our year-round Always Proud collection, benefiting our friends at Outright International, mythical.com.